Namaste Gurkulians. Hope all of you are fit and fine. This is our next video lecture of unit structure of atom. In the last video lecture we have discussed all about the Bohr's model. So today our topic is de Broglie relation or de Broglie principle. It is also important de Broglie relation. According to de Broglie principle, like as the photon, all other particles such as electron, proton, atom, molecules, all these particles also show dual character, means these are also show like as a particle as well as the wave. This is seen by this is given by the de Broglie. de Broglie जैसे कहता है कि भाई फोटोन क्या है, एक अकॉर्डिंग टू de Broglie की फोटोन क्या है, एक ड्यूल करेक्टर को शो करता है, मीन्स इट बिहेव्स लाइक ए वेव एज वेल एज लाइक ए पार्टिकल. सो all other particles such as atom, molecules, electron, protons means microscopic and macroscopic particles. Microscopic plus macroscopic particles behave या show the dual character according to the de Broglie. This is seen this is given by the de Broglie that microscopic and macroscopic particles both are show dual character, and dual character means they have wave character as well as particle like character, means when a particle it also have a wave character is present. Then when we take a photon, if a photon behaves like if a photon have wave character, यदि फोटोन के अंदर क्या है, वेव करेक्टर है, देन इट्स एनर्जी will be calculated by Planck's quantum theory. Then its energy according to Planck's quantum theory. According to Planck quantum theory, the energy will be equal to h into nu. Here h is Planck's constant. H is Planck constant and its value is 6.626 10 to the power minus 34 kilogram meter square per second. And here nu is frequency. So according to Planck's quantum theory, if a photon have wave character, then its energy can be calculated by using this. This is our equation number first. Now if photon have a particle like character, then its energy can be calculated by Einstein equation. So second is first, second, if we take a photon and have particle character, it has particle character, then its energy, तब उसकी एनर्जी अकॉर्डिंग टू आइंस्टीन इक्वेशन, Einstein gave a relation between energy when photon behaves like a particle, and it will be equal to E is equal to mc square. M is mass of photon, c is speed of light, and it is 3 into the speed of photon, which is equal to speed of light, 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. Now these are the two relations in the energy of the photon when it behaves like a particle and when it behaves like a wave. Then we can equate equation first and second, because both are the equations of energy of the photon. Then h nu will be equal to mc square. H nu according to the energy when it behaves like a wave from Planck quantum theory, and mc square is the energy of the photon when photon behaves like a particle character. We know that frequency will be equal to c by lambda. Then it can be written as h nu is equal to hc by lambda will be equal to mc square. Cancel one c from here, then it will be h by lambda is equal to mc, and we can calculate lambda from here. Lambda is equal to h by mc. Lambda is equal to h by mc. M is mass of photon, c is velocity of photon. When we replace mass of the photon by mass of any microscopic or macroscopic particle, and speed of light is replaced by the speed of particle, it may be macroscopic or microscopic, then c is replaced by v and m is replaced by mass of particle, then lambda comes out to be h by mv. Lambda is equal to h by mv, and we know momentum is equal to mass into velocity, so lambda will be equal to h by p. We can say that lambda is inversely proportional to momentum of the particle. This is also a relation कि when momentum increases, wavelength decreases. So this relation will show that particle have both type of character, wave character as well as particle like character. एक बार जल्दी से देख लो, de Broglie relation is applicable या applied for both microscopic as well as macroscopic particles. When we take a photon of light, then if it have the wave character, then energy is equal to h nu according to the Planck's quantum theory, and when it behaves like a particle, then its energy will be energy is equal to m into c square. It will come out to be this. Equate both the equations. H nu is equal to mc. We know frequency is equal to c by lambda, so we can calculate wavelength from here. Lambda is equal to h by m into c. When we replace mass of the photon by mass of particle and speed of light by the speed of particle, then we can calculate wavelength is equal to lambda is equal to h by p. So we can easily calculate, and from this relation we can find out wavelength is inversely proportional to momentum, which have both characteristics, particle like as well as the wave like characteristics. Now significance of de Broglie equation या de Broglie relation. According to de Broglie, wavelength is inversely proportional to momentum. Although the de Broglie equation is applicable for both microscopic as well as macroscopic particle, but its significance will occur only in case of microscopic particle. How you will calculate its significance only for microscopic particle? Let us take an example. Let a particle, we take an example, a particle having mass 0.1 kg moving with speed 60 meter per second. Then its wavelength lambda is equal to h by m into v. So its wavelength come out to be lambda, it is h is 6.6 10 to the power minus 34 by mass of the particle is 0.1 and velocity of particle is 60 meter per second. So it come out to be, if it is approximately we see, this will be equal to 10 to the power minus 34 meter. This wavelength is very low. ये wavelength तुम देख सकते हो बहुत कम है. So it is not applicable, yet it cannot be measured experimentally by instruments. And when we take a microscopic particle with same speed, microscopic particle we can take as an electron. If the electron moves with same speed, electron moves with same speed, then wavelength lambda will be equal to h by m into v. So it come out to be divided by mass of the electron is 9.1 10 to the power minus 31 into velocity same 60. It can be written as minus 30. If it is minus 30 and this come out to be 10 raised to the power, it can be written as 10 to the power minus 30. It can be written as 10 to the power minus 30 and it is 60. So it is 10 to the power minus 29. ऊपर जब ये जाएगा it will be 10 to the power minus 5 मीटर. अगर अप्रोक्सीमेटली हम इसका देखें तो यहाँ पर वेवलेंथ इट विल कम आउट टू बी 10 to the power 5 मीटर. There is a big difference in the wavelength of both of these. If we convert it, this meter convert into angstrom multiplied by 10 to the power 10, then it come out to be 10 to the power 5 angstrom. And this is a measurable quantity of wavelength. 10 to the power 5 is the measurable quantity. We can measure easily. This is the wavelength when electron is moving with the same speed, which is a microscopic particle, and when a body having mass 0.1, this is also a small mass, but cannot measure its wavelength. So significance of the de Broglie equation या de Broglie principle is only in case of microscopic particle, but it can applied in case of macroscopic particles also. So we can say that de Broglie relation have no application in our daily life या everyday life. De Broglie equation have no relationship, not applicable. Now we know that lambda is equal to h by mv according to the de Broglie equation. When we apply a potential, if potential v we apply to flow the electron, या when we apply a potential v to accelerate a beam of इलेक्ट्रॉन को, इलेक्ट्रॉन के बीम को एक्सीलरेट करने के लिए हमने पोटेंशियल क्या अप्लाई किया, v अप्लाई किया. देन काइनेटिक एनर्जी ऑफ द इलेक्ट्रॉन विल बी इक्वल टू चार्ज ऑन द इलेक्ट्रॉन इनटू पोटेंशियल दैट इज अप्लाइड अक्रॉस द बीम ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन. देन एज वी नो फॉर्मूला ऑफ काइनेटिक एनर्जी, kinetic energy E will be equal to half mv square. From here we can calculate velocity and put this value in de Broglie relation. So it will come out to be v square will be equal to 2e by m, and v is equal to under the root of 2e by m. We can put this value of velocity in de Broglie relation. Then lambda will be equal to h by m. यहाँ पर हम क्या रखेंगे, velocity is 2e by m. So lambda come out to be, then power is 1, power 1 by 2 root, so it will be h by 2 m into e. This is the wavelength when we relate with the kinetic energy. And when we apply a potential V across the beam of electron, then kinetic energy will be equal to E into V. So we can put E from here as lambda will be equal to h by 2m E into V. E is the charge on the electron, h is Planck constant, and V is the potential which is applied. When we put the value of all of these, then we find out it will be equal to 1.226 10 to the power minus 19 under the root of V. Value of mass, electronic charge and Planck constant. So its value come out 1.226 10 to the power minus 9. It is not 19, it is 10 to the power minus 9 meter. It can be calculated. So there are different types of the relations which are used in the numerical portion to calculate the wavelength. First relation we have discussed, lambda will be equal to h by mv. Lambda is also equal to h by p. Lambda is also equal to 2e by, it is also equal to h by 2m into e. And another relation is lambda is equal to h by 2m e into v. In some book it is also equal to q into v. Lambda is equal to q into h by 2m q into v. And last relation from here, lambda is also equal to 1.226 10 to the power minus 9 by under the root of potential. So we can use all these relations to calculate the wavelength of a particle from the de Broglie relation. De Broglie relation applicable for all types of particle, but its significance occurs only in case of microscopic particles. Our next principle is Heisenberg uncertainty principle. Heisenberg uncertainty principle. According to this principle, if we take a particle having both type of character, then it is impossible to measure with absolute accuracy the position and momentum. So according to this principle, it is impossible to measure simultaneously both momentum and position of a particle with absolute accuracy or certainty. It is impossible to measure the momentum and position of the particle simultaneously, एक साथ इन दोनों को बिल्कुल एक्यूरेट मेजरमेंट के साथ या विद एब्सोल्यूट एक्यूरेसी मेजर करना इम्पॉसिबल है. दिस इज टेल बाय द हाइजेनबर्ग प्रिंसिपल. एंड द नेक्स्ट इज द प्रोडक्ट ऑफ अनसर्टेनिटी. Now there is the uncertainty in the position or in the momentum. So the product of uncertainty in momentum or uncertainty in position will be equal to or greater than h by 4 pi. So product of uncertainty in position and uncertainty in momentum will be greater than or equal to h by 4 pi. This is told by Heisenberg uncertainty principle. There is uncertainty in the position and uncertainty in the momentum. When product of uncertainty in momentum and uncertainty in the position, it will be equal to or greater than h upon 4 pi. If uncertainty in the position is delta x, this is uncertainty in position, multiplied with uncertainty in momentum, this is delta p, will be equal to or greater than h upon 4 pi. This is Heisenberg uncertainty principle. We know that momentum is equal to mass into velocity. Mass will remain same, so there is uncertainty in the velocity. So we can say that delta p will be equal to m delta v. So it is delta x into m delta v. It is if it is nearly equal to or greater than or equal to h upon 4 pi. So we can say that delta x, uncertainty in position and uncertainty in velocity, will be greater than or equal to h upon 4 pi into m. This is Heisenberg uncertainty principle. We know that here delta x and delta p will be inversely proportional to mass of the particle. It is greater than or equal to of this. So this is all about the Heisenberg uncertainty principle and de Broglie relation. Now let's take some numerical based on these two principles. We know all the relations, how you calculate the wavelength, kinetic energy, potential, and uncertainty in position and uncertainty in the momentum of the particle. So first question, if the kinetic energy of an electron is, if the kinetic energy of an electron is 3 into 10 to the power minus 25 joule, then calculate wavelength. Then calculate wavelength. This is simple numerical based on the de Broglie relationship. We have given kinetic energy of the electron and it is equal to 3 into 10 to the power minus 25 joule. So apply the relation, as we know that lambda is equal to h by m into v, and relation between the kinetic energy and lambda, it is lambda is equal to h by 2m into a. We can direct apply this relation. We know mass of electron. What is the mass of electron? It is 9.1 10 to the power minus 31 kg. So apply all these terms in this. Lambda is equal to h is 6.626 10 to the power minus 34 kilogram meter square per second by 2. Mass of electron is 9.1 10 to the power minus 31 kilogram into energy. We have given energy is 3 into 10 to the power minus 25 joule and under root of this. When we solve this, it come out to be nearly equal to 897 nanometer. So you can simply calculate the wavelength from this relation. Wavelength of the particle can be calculated h by 2m into E. M is the mass of particle, E is the kinetic energy of the particle. This is our first question. Now second question, calculate the mass of a photon having wavelength 3.6 angstrom. Next question is calculate mass of photon having wavelength we have given wavelength and we have to calculate the mass of photon. So apply de Broglie relation. We know that lambda is equal to h by mv. So we can calculate mass from here. Mass is equal to h by lambda into v. We have given wavelength and we know about the velocity. Velocity means velocity of photon. We know the photon moves with the speed of light. So V will be equal to C. It is equal to 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. So mass of particle will be equal to 6.6 kilogram meter square per second by lambda. We have given 3.6 angstrom, converted into meter, multiplied by 10 to the power minus 10 into speed of light 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. So you can solve it and directly calculate mass in kilogram. Very simple question. Calculate mass of photon having wavelength. Next question is calculate the uncertainty in position. This is based on Heisenberg principle. Calculate the uncertainty in position of a golf ball. Position. We have given a golf ball and we have to calculate uncertainty in position. Have mass of 40 gram, having mass of 40 gram and moving with speed is 45. Speed is 45 meter per second. Then you have to calculate uncertainty in position. If the speed can be measured, with accuracy of 2%. Important question. वी हैव टू कैलकुलेट अनसर्टेनिटी इन पोजिशन। तो हमें क्या निकालना है? अनसर्टेनिटी इन पोजिशन मीन्स वी हैव टू कैलकुलेट डेल्टा एक्स। फर्स्ट वी राइट द uncertainty principle given by the Heisenberg, and it is equal to delta x into delta p will be equal to or greater than h by 4 pi. We have to calculate delta x. We know about the mass of particle. This is delta x into delta v will be equal to h over 4 pi m. Here mass given is 40 gram. It can be converted into kilogram. And we have given velocity, not delta v, it is velocity given is 45 meter per second. Then we can calculate uncertainty because it is 2%, so it can be calculated by 2 by 100 of 45. It will come out to be 90 by 100, so delta v will be equal to 0.9. This is uncertainty in velocity. Now we can directly apply the formula. So it is delta x will be equal to h minus 34 kilogram meter square per second, 4 into pi 3.14, and mass is 40 into 10 to the power minus 3, and uncertainty in velocity here it is 0.9. You can solve it, then you can calculate delta x, and it come out to be 1.46 10 to the power minus 33 meter. This is the uncertainty in position of the particle of the क्या गिवन था? गोल्फ बॉल. दिस इज हाई, वेरी लो uncertainty. Simply we apply the relation delta x is equal to delta p h upon 4 pi. We have to calculate delta x. We can apply delta x is equal to h upon 4 pi m. Velocity come here. So uncertainty in velocity we can calculate, it is given in 2%, and velocity is 45 meter per second. This is our question. Next question is calculate the product of uncertainty in calculate the product of uncertainty in position and uncertainty in velocity of an electron. Uncertainty in velocity of an electron according to Heisenberg principle. We have to calculate uncertainty in position multiplied by uncertainty in velocity. So we have calculated delta x into delta v for the electron. So according to Heisenberg principle, delta x into delta p will be nearly equal to h upon 4 pi. We have to calculate delta x into m into delta v is equal to h by 4 pi. So you can calculate delta x into delta v. यही हमसे पूछा है. Product of uncertainty in position, this is uncertainty in position multiplied with uncertainty in velocity. यही हमसे पूछा गया था. It will be equal to h by 4 pi into m. We know about the mass of electron because it is for the electron. It can be also asked in other particles also. If it is in case of electron, it can also asked in case of proton, helium particle, or any other particle which have given mass. Mass of electron you know 9.1 10 to the power minus 31 kilogram. So delta x into delta v will be equal to h is 6.6 minus 34 kilogram meter square per second by 4 pi is 3.14 into mass of particle is 9.1 10 to the power minus 31. So you can easily calculate delta x into delta v and it come out to be 5.77 10 to the power minus 5.77 10 to the power minus 5. This is the answer for this question. Okay students, this is all about your concept de Broglie relation and Heisenberg uncertainty principle. These are very important concepts. Hope you will understand about this. Try to solve questions based on Heisenberg principle and de Broglie relation. Okay, till then take care.